What's going on, YouTube? We're going to do a video that's probably been done before, but I figured I'd revisit it. We are going to do some muzzle velocity testing on 5.56. We got 3 different barrel lengths. These are probably the most common barrel lengths that we build out here. And the first one here is 16-inch 1 7 twist rate. We have a 10.5-inch 1 7 twist rate and a 7.5-inch barrel with a 1 7 twist rate as well. And all the ammo, we went with a pretty common ammo that most people buy and can pick up at the stores locally. This is PMC X-TAC 55 grain FMJ. So what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to start off with the 16, then we're going to go to 10.5, then we're going to go to the 7.5, and just to see our muzzle velocities, see what the difference is, and let you make your choice whenever you go to do your build on which one you want. So stay tuned. All right, 16 inch is up first. All right, so we have 2981, 2,981 feet per second. Let's give her another one. We have 2966. And 2943. All right, guys, this is the 10.5. 2653, 2522, 2662. All right, guys, so 7.5. Let's see what she pulls in. $21.58, $22.42. 2211. All right, guys, so to wrap up this, we went from the 16-inch to the 10.5-inch to the 7.5-inch with 5.56 shooting 55 grain PMC X-TAC. We're just doing muzzle velocity. We had a Caldwell Chronograph, and we were about, I'd say, from the muzzle to the chronograph was probably about 24 inches, 2 feet, somewhere in there. So on the 16-inch, we had an average of 2963. On the 10.5, we had an average of 2612, and on the 7.5, we had an average of 2203. From the 16 to the 10.5, we had a difference of about, and we're working off the average numbers here, so the difference between the 16 and the 10.5 was 351. The difference between the 10.5 and the 7.5 was 409. And then the difference from the 16 to the 7.5 all the way down, that was a 760 foot per second difference. So for those of y'all that were wondering or whatever, you've still got some pretty good speed on the 7.5. Probably not my personal favorite, just because, I mean, just like you saw, you're losing 760 feet per second right there. So overall, it's still a good weapon. That's still a fast-moving bullet, but I would much rather carry, somewhere up in the 10.5 and on up. I would only imagine, we just did these 3 because they're probably the most common requested builds. But we do them in 11.5, 12.5, 14.5, and you could average out everything, and you would see that would pick up as you went from the 10.5 to the 11.5. You get a little bit faster. Same thing going up, so on and so forth. So if you guys have any questions, you want to see any other videos, feel free to send me an email at michael@americanresistancegear.com. Check out the website, americanresistancegear.com, and look forward to hearing from you. Thanks, guys.